Yesterday, by God's grace, the Lord gave us a mighty testimony. And I know our sister is watching us all the way from Kumasi. When somebody had testimony, I think you are going to begin to expect some breakthrough. At about around 1:30 p.m., I was in the hospital with my dad, and our sister called. And I know she's watching us online. And when she called, we were talking. She said, "Pastor, I came for an interview. I've been praying for something." And the Lord said, "It's time for me to come for that interview so that they would increase my rank." Meanwhile, this sister I'm talking to you about put to bed just 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. So she came to Accra with a fresh-born baby. And after the interview, she called me on her way back to Kumasi. And as we were talking, she was sharing the difficulties she went through in the interview and the testimonies that came out. All of a sudden, I heard, Jesus, Daddy, we have accident. And I said, no one will die in that vehicle. That is what I said to her. I said, no one. In motion, I declared the word of the Lord. You will not die, but you will live to declare the works of the living God. He said, Daddy, my baby is gone. I said, your baby will not die. He said, Daddy, I came with a young man who is 21 years old. Somebody's son. I said, he will not die. He said, he's unconscious. I said, he will not die. So we began to pray. I was with a patient in the hospital, and there was an emergency. I had to leave the patient. And I said, Father, let no man, because you said this is our month of manifestation. So if truly we need to manifest in this month, no one must die before we see that manifestation. And I followed up. They got people to pack them from their own vehicle. In fact, the truth of the matter is that out of the 4 people, including the baby, making 5, it was only her door that was able to open. The remaining 3 doors were locked. So she escaped with the baby first before they moved the others. And this is a faithful daughter of the house, a partner of the house. And I said, Lord, let the God of this commission preserve her life. He said, Daddy, I cannot walk. My leg. They said they will cut my leg. I said, they will not cut your leg. Let me tell you something. If you allow Satan, he will gain more grounds. Some of you, when some things happen, you look at it. You see dreams, you look at them. You don't do anything about them. Sometimes you receive prophecies. When Bible says we should not despise what? Some of us are very quick to despise because it's not coming from a very long beard person. So you realize that something begins to happen. What you saw, what you are seeing did not happen this day. It first took place in the spirit. So we began and we continued in prayer all night. He said, Daddy, guess what? Where I went for the interview, I had challenges. They said to me that your appointment is not yet confirmed because you have a fresh baby. But he said, on my way to the hospital, they called. They said, don't worry about the appointment. It's already done. And to add to what was going on, he said, they sent money that we should take care of all the bills, and even sent a vehicle all the way from Kumasi to come for us. And they transferred us from one hospital to Konfanoshi to see a specialist. My leg that they said they were going to cut, when I got there, the situation had changed. I am not telling you a story. I am telling you something. I was not able to tell my wife when I came home because I was waiting. Because what my father and the Lord Apostle taught me is that any time you are in the midst of crisis, you don't speak much. Learn how to speak to God anytime. And that is what I did all night. And this morning, she said, my leg is fine. I was so interested in asking questions because when accidents happen, I want to know whether this one is man-made or spirit-made. When I talk of spirit, you should understand what I'm talking about, where it is coming from. So our driver was overtaking. And when he overtook, he saw another vehicle coming. So he decided to now move on to the left, far left, so that the other car can come and pass. There was another one from behind who was also overtaking, but was not overtaking on the right path. But the place of escape was where that vehicle also wanted to overtake, which is not the right route. He said, we landed at the edge of a very huge pit. Can I tell you? You will manifest. See, everything God has said. Because I knew what was happening. I knew what Satan wanted to do. Before you arrive, he wants to take you out. But can I tell you something? In this atmosphere, it's too late for the devil.
You will arrive at your destination. Nothing shall frustrate your miracle. Nothing shall frustrate your manifestation. I came to declare that we serve a living God. Oh my God, the devil can do his worst, but our God will reign forever.
So Sister Hilda, if you are watching us, we thank God for your life. You cannot be a part of this commission and die like that. No! I said, what about the car? I said, Pastor, there is when you see the car, you will know that it's only God that saved us. What about the baby? I said, the baby is fine. So now, I now had a ventilation to speak to my wife about it this morning. See, one thing that Satan will always do is to challenge our faith, to find out whether truly you are rooted and grounded in him. So he will come to Jesus and say, did God say? Did God say? Did God say? Did God say? It is for you to understand, for you to know whether you are rooted at that time or not. The day you decide to look back, you decide to turn left and turn right, to have another thought, you have already failed. I'm telling you. He said, even if our leg is in fire, the fire will not burn us. The floods will come, but the water will not overflow us. He said, when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Spirit of the living God shall lift up a standard against him. This afternoon I declare upon your lives, the Lord, can you lift up a standard against every attack of the enemy? Oh my God, every soul at the sound of my voice, I declare, let every attack, let every manipulation, oh my God, catch fire in the name of Jesus.